Blue Bunz.
This is Jelly Bunz.
We draw things sometimes. So welcome to Drawing Bunz.
This is the first episode.
Yay!
So we're gonna introduce ourselves, I guess, real quick.
Yeah.
And then we have questions for each other and ourselves. So I'll go first. I'm Jelly Bunz. I'm an illustrator. I'm focusing mostly on whimsical illustrations for children's literature and games. And I also occasionally do VTubing on Twitch, so that's why I'm Jelly Bunz.
And I'm Blue Bunz, and I am an art teacher at a local high school, and I also do drawing, illustration, and painting on the side with a business. So
Blue and I met in high school some amount of years ago that is top secret. And
a long time
ago in the before times when people went outside. And we've just been friends a real long time. And we like art and anime and things like that. Things of that nature.
Okay, so we're just gonna do some questions as like a get to know us while we draw. Well, we're not drawing right now, but you're gonna be watching us drawing each other.
I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
We're drawing each other and in our own styles. So I'm drawing Jelly in my style, and Jelly is drawing me in her style. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, questions. So it says, share your favorite classes in high school. I thought this would be good because we went to high school together.
Right.
So we understand.
Right. Yikes. Lunch.
Lunch is your favorite.
That one English class in junior high.
The best English
was because we had like all of the best people and the worst people.
Yeah, it was a terrible combination that made for a great class.
So if I had to pick one class in our whole high school career, it was that one English class in junior year.
It was the best time in that class.
Especially since it was directly after lunch that we had together.
Yes.
So we all just went from lunch. Yeah,
I would say my favorite class was ceramics, but that class stands out to me as the most fun, best class.
It was like one of the acts of like the universe putting all of the right things together at the right time.
Yeah.
Do you have any pets?
Oh, yes. So I have a cat named Calcifer. He is black and fluffy and old. He's an old man.
He pees on things.
And he has no control over his bladder. And I also have fish. I have glow tetras and glow shark tetras. So we have big shark, big boy shark, and derpy orange shark.
I love those fish. I have two cats. One is a tuxedo patterned cat named Tuxedo. My husband named him. And then we have another cat that my husband adopted, who I think might be part Jersey rat and part cat. I'm not entirely sure he's a cat, but his name is Daniel because that's the name he came with. And my husband, being a little bit of a theologian, was like, "This is fine.
Just leave it.
I'm like, this cat's 2 months old. You can name it. Nope, Daniel's fine.
Daniel's fine.
Daniel. So yeah, Tuxedo and Daniel.
All right. What is your favorite book?
No, I don't read anymore.
I don't read it.
I don't. I don't know, I used to read a lot.
Yeah.
And then I went to college and stopped reading.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know.
My favorite book is Red, White, and Royal Blue, and if you haven't read it, go read it.
Oh, maybe I should try that and it will get me back into reading stuff.
It's really good. What was your favorite book as a childhood book memory? Or what was a book that kind of changed your life growing up? Like, what was your stopping point in book?
Right.
You were like, oh, so now you can say that.
Yeah, it was probably The Giver, and the only reason I found out The Giver existed though is because we read in class, I think it was 5th grade, part of another book she read, which was like about Jewish kids having to hide like during.
Yeah. Well, when I was young, I really hated reading because I had dyslexia. And nobody explained that to me for a very long time, and I just didn't read for a long time. And then I picked up a summer reading book, and it was The Face on a Milk Carton, and it was the changing point for me. And oh my gosh, I want to read because that was a really good book. Like it was. It was a bit of a mystery, which now that I just watch Cold Case Files all the time makes sense for me.
Like mystery.
And it's an early reader, and it's about a girl who just one day she picks up a milk carton and it's her face on the milk carton as a missing child, and she's like, well, I'm not missing.
Right.
And then it's the long story of trying to figure out why she's missing on this milk carton, and it was a really good book. What are your favorite YouTubers?
Different, like, people abroad in Japan, YouTubers. And right now, I'm actually almost reluctantly really enjoying Chris Broad.
Really reluctantly.
Because at first, when I, like, knew of his existence and saw clips and stuff, I was like, this guy's very brash.
Yeah.
In that British kind of brash way. And I was just put off by that, but after watching some of his videos, he puts a lot of work in, and he puts a lot of creativity into his presentation, and I enjoy that. So
I have like 3 camps of things that I watch on YouTube. I would put Good Mythical Morning up there on my top.
They're enjoyable.
Roman Atwood has always been on my top, although since he moved into his new house, his content has been a little different and weird, so I don't know how I feel about it anymore. But then anywhere from Catnip to Apple Cheeks are like those artists that I would follow.
Apple Cheeks' art is very pleasing to look at.
I love Apple Cheeks' blogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Vlogs. Video blogs. I'm
blogging.
not old. I know words. Okay. I guess it's my turn. What is your favorite movie?
You know the answer to that
My
question.
favorite movie is The Birdcage.
My favorite movie is Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
And I've seen it at least 100 times.
Oh my
Because
God.
if you're going to ask me what my favorite Miyazaki movie, it's going to be Spirited Away.
Yeah. I think
Maybe
Howl's
Ponyo.
Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite of the whole thing.
My favorite.
What are your top
My top favorite TV shows.
TV shows?
Gosh, I feel like I don't watch TV shows anymore because I just watch YouTube. But I have been watching a lot of stuff that Disney Plus is coming out with. So, like, all of their MCU stuff and all of their Star Wars stuff. I haven't seen, I forget what it's called, but that one where it's a bunch of animated shorts in the Star Wars universe. I haven't seen that one yet, and I haven't seen The Bad Batch yet. But I have been watching The Mandalorian and Boba Fett. But I have to keep my mouth shut about it because someone is behind, and I can't be spoilery, and they need to catch up.
I'm shocked at your answer right now that you didn't just automatically say Xena.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, like, that's not ongoing, so I didn't think.
It says what's your favorite movie, or I'm sorry, what is your favorite TV show? Not, like, right now.
Yeah,
in
okay.
general,
So,
of
Xena
all time.
Xena Warrior Princess is my favorite of all time, but, yeah, I guess, Xena.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't even think of, like, past. For some reason, I feel like shows have to be what's current that you're watching now, and with movies, it's like anything goes. I don't know why.
Hoarders, Friends. I really like to
Gives
watch
me
Hoarders.
so much anxiety.
I love it
to
so
watch
much.
that show.
I want to watch it to not be that person anymore.
It's a form of therapy, really.
It is a therapy. I love that show. Going into the anime realm, I mean, I'm gonna put Sailor Moon as both of our tops.
Fruits Basket.
And Fruit Basket.
Yeah.
Just because Sailor Moon, you
Azumanga
guys,
Daioh is a big
y'all
one
are
for me,
gonna
too.
know we love Sailor Moon.
We're gonna talk about Sailor Moon a lot on this channel.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Just be prepared. Fruits Basket is high for me. Yeah, I have a lot, but so I'm just gonna go with the easy ones right now.
That and still, I'm still Azumanga. It might be one of my top. Like for years, I'm gonna continue to love that show.
Okay. Okay. So the next question is yours to ask.
Yay. Are you single? You are married, and do you have children? You go first.
I am married And I have 2 children. I have a daughter and a son. One is 9 and one is 5.
Keep forgetting she's
almost 6. And my daughter has autism and my son is allergic to the world. And should be in a bubble.
2 steps away from needing a bubble. I'm married and I have cats.
I'm married and my children are my cats.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so the question we were on was, what was your dream job as a child?
So when I was a kid, I liked to just, how do I describe this? It doesn't sound so weird. I guess it's just weird. So I played in the sink constantly. I loved water. I loved being in the bath or like playing in the sink or being in a pool. I loved water. And I loved putting things in water or like mixing things together or like, and like playing with soaps and things. And in my little kid brain, I'm like, I'm doing science, right? Because like you watch cartoons and it's like chemistry. And so I was just gung-ho on, I'm going to be a scientist and I'm going to find the cure for cancer, and I'm going to change the world. And that was just kind of what I thought that meant. And then, like, you know, I went to school, and I realized, oh, science and math are hard.
Yeah.
And I dropped that idea. But that was, like, my original, like, little kid dream of.
Yeah. When I was really little, I wanted to be a dancer. I took dance for 14 years of my life.
Yikes.
And then I broke both of my ankles. Not exactly at the same time, but there was a little overlap. And I was a tap dancer, not a ballet person. So I just ruined my legs and stopped dancing. And then I got fat. But it's okay because I'm happy that I'm fat. Because I get to enjoy my food. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I really wanted to be. Then I wanted to be a musician.
Which I can see that. You're always good on the piano.
Yeah, I could play the piano, the tuba, the baritone, any of the brass instruments, really. It's all the same thing with just a different scale.
What is your weird quirk? All of me.
Most of me.
You know, I just brought, so I have many, but I actually just brought up one recently in a Discord. So like for the month of February, I'm trying to just like not necessarily diet because, you know, dieting culture is toxic, but just eat cleaner for this month and see how I feel at the end of the month about just readjusting what I do with how I eat. And not even just for terms of weight and health, but like having IBS and stuff and finding what's safe. But we were talking about staying hydrated in this in somebody's Discord channel. And I have a weird thing about ingesting liquids a lot of the time, and especially water. And I think it's connected to like, I have sort of like germaphobe type of issues. And ultimately, the idea of backwash is so disgusting to me. And like, I don't get it. I don't finish bottles if I drink out of bottles. So I have little tricks to try and help me get around that. So like, I like the sports squeezy bottle styles will help me get around that. Drinking out of straws sometimes is a little easier for me. But even with all of that, still in my mind, I feel like, oh, this drink has been sitting out for X amount of time. What if something contaminated has gotten into it? There's just so many weird hang-ups that I have about ingesting liquids.
A weird quirk that I have. I'm gonna say that it is maybe like song memorization and repeating. I have a lot of that goes on. I have
it's like just the chorus of a song is in your head. Chorus, I get that. Yeah.
Or just a line of a song. Right now it's everything from Encanto, but it's like just chunks of Encanto. And it's on repeat. And then it'll just be me singing that one line over and over again all day and just driving people. This one is fun. I put this in here because it's relatable to each other. Do you remember your first email address and was it embarrassing?
Yes and yes. So, when the internet was young, and so strangely enough, when the internet became part of my life, was very close to the time that Sailor Moon became a part of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Because I always liked anime, I just didn't know what it was called yet. And then someone
same.
introduced me to Sailor Moon. Happened around the same time we had the internet at home, so I started looking up, like, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Mercury, and, like, who are all these different characters about?
Yeah.
And
you had the internet.
I did. I had the internet, like, middle school times.
God. Okay.
And so there was this SailorJupiter.com, which I do not think exists anymore, but they had an email service, and I really liked Jupiter at the time, so I think it was something like Mistress Juniper or Jupiter or something like that at SailorJupiter.com. It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it was very embarrassing.
That's beautiful. I love that.
It was such a early weeb moment.
Well, at the time, being a weeb was
that
like,
wasn't even a word yet.
There wasn't a weeb.
No.
But watching anime in general was so taboo. Like,
it was niche. Like,
Yeah.
you had to go to record stores back when they existed, and maybe if you were lucky,
You could
they
find
had
something.
5
Yeah.
tapes or DVDs
VHS.
or whatever
Yeah.
of something anime. But
So my first email address you gave to me.
I did.
Yeah,
That's right. And I
because
introduced you to
didn't
the
have
internet.
The internet. I didn't have the internet until very late in my high school career, and I went to Jelly's house, and I was like, "What's the internet?" And she's like, "Let me explain."
And it all went downhill from there.
And at some point, she was like, "Well, you need an email to sign up for a lot of things, so let's get you an email. There's this thing called Yahoo." And I was like,
Oh,
"Okay." And it was Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm. That was always your thing.
Blue has always been my thing. And anyway, so I was introduced to the internet, but I could only use it when I went to Jelly's house because we didn't have the internet or a computer.
I remember when you first got a computer.
Yes, it was
in
very
your house.
exciting.
It was a big deal. It was right below your fish.
Yes. And I would borrow occasionally. My aunt had dial-up on her laptop, so she would occasionally bring over this honking thing.
Right.
It was a huge, like the beginning of laptops.
Right.
And I would unplug our phone, and I'd plug it into the computer, and I'd just be like, "This is amazing!" I had to do a lot for this. And then my mom was like, "What? The phone isn't working." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know why."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are old.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's move on from how old we are. What's on your bucket list?
Ooh. Unfortunately, one of the bucket list items is no longer an item, which was hug Robin Williams. That was the top. I actually do have which is sad. I think I developed my bucket list at like 20 years old, but because I had heard.
I hugged David Tennant once, and that was on my bucket list.
Got that going.
I got that one.
Whale watching. I want to go whale watching before.
I've done that.
Yeah, whales are gone forever. And I want to go to Japan really bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like travel is so difficult for me just as a sick person that, I will understand if that never happens. And I really want to go to Ireland really bad. I know that there's other ones, but I guess those are the...
Mine would be Japan. Obviously. And then I don't know what I would do from there. Like, Japan is one of them, and I guess going back to Comic-Con ever again, maybe someday, because it was my favorite convention, and I did a lot of cosplays there, and just meeting more people.
Crazy people like us. Yeah.
I never, again, I just said about David Tennant, I wasn't even in line for him, and he just appeared out of
cool.
the back of a curtain, and I was like, oh, it's the doctor.
It's the doctor. It's the skinniest of men.
So, I just think that was best.
That's cool. What was your favorite childhood show, Xena? See, there was an answer.
There was an answer in
Xena.
there.
I mean, that was later childhood, but Xena came out in 1995, and I'm not sure how old I was, but I think it was early middle school time in my life at that point, so still a child.
My Little Pony, that was my jam.
Yeah.
Not like this version of My Little
No,
Pony.
like the ye
original.
old, when the ponies were fat.
Ye old fat ponies.
That's such a difference
With
now.
Megan.
Yeah.
This one I left for last because I feel like it's an important one for us to talk about. So, what is the, any disabilities you would like to talk about?
I'm learning disabled. I am specifically in numbers and math. It's called dyscalculia. It's kind of like dyslexia, but that's a really bad way to explain it. But it's the easiest way to explain it. But it's with math. I have ADHD. I'm autistic, and I have PTSD. I have all of the alphabets. I'm physically, I have several chronic illnesses and then some mysteries that we have to get solved now that I have health care finally.
I have ADHD is my primary issue. I also have anxiety. A lot of anxiety and panic attacks. I have PTSD as well, trauma, and depression, clinically.
That just comes with the territory.
I know.
I feel like if you're chronically ill or have trauma, it is just depression is a given.
I have dyscalculia, and I have, a bunch of things. So, yeah. And then physically, I have a really bad back. I have a weird disease called Leiden factor 5 mutation.
That's fun.
It's like,
it means you can't go in hot tubs.
It is bad to do hot tubs, but it just affects your fifth factor in your blood, which is your clotting factor. So,
I have a question though, because I feel like this is something that comes up a lot with artists, right? Do you feel like the like learning disability factors in your life and the trauma, do you think that has done something to sort of shape you as a person who does art?
I think that that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's a lot of it. I have a lot of trouble focusing in classes when I was growing up, and at one point, one of my teachers was like, you know what? I'm going to tape this piece of plain paper to your desk every day, and you can draw on it. And then from that day on, I would draw on the paper every day, and I would take in
what was being said,
everything that was being said suddenly.
The fidgeting factor.
Yes, yeah. As long as I could draw, I could suddenly listen.
Yeah.
So that kind of changed my life, and I feel like that was a big part of learning to draw.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it all the time. Well, I thought it was important to do this because it's an important part of who we are.
Yeah.
Basically. And a lot of what we're going to talk about is probably going to be revolving around some of that stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the artists you see on YouTube are not our age.
Oh yeah, definitely. So now we're going to reveal to each other our pictures because it's that part of the show, but we didn't draw them yet. So we'll be back.
We'll cut that in.
So we both finished, and we are here together now. This iPad, the white one, is mine. Blue's, and the black screen one is Jelly's iPad. So we drew each other. And we're going to basically erase each other's to see the end result.
I'm excited.
Oh my god!
It's the donut. I put the donut that you like.
Oh my god! I love it! This is my cat! This is my beautiful cat, Grumpy Calcifer. Okay, wait.
Wait! Keep going! Oh my god! There's a chakram in there!
Yes!
Strawberries, the dragons, oh my god!
Yes!
Oh, and a jellyfish! Okay.
There is a jellyfish. So, yeah, let's explain a little bit. I did all of these things for you. I have a Switch, I have your glasses, Japan, the toe beans.
No.
Toe beans!
I do want to put, like, paws on everything.
And, I was gonna draw Rainy, but
those lines are so smooth and clean. Oh my gosh.
Bunny.
Oh, food.
Dagron. This is our salmon dinner that we have all the time. Rice and salmon. Jellyfish. Bubble tea. Coffee.
That crystal is gorgeous.
Crystal.
I love that. I want that in real life.
Clouds. Strawberries, chakrams. It's good.
I went pretty basic.
Yeah, no, you did good
I
though.
stuck in your favorite donut.
Yeah, my donut.
Mitsuwa.
My donut choice.
And bunnies because the bunny and Sailor Moon, and then plants and pineapple because for some reason
I love
you love pineapples,
motif.
but you can't eat them or you'll die.
Yeah, well, it's like all shiny bunnies. Of course, we both have the bunnies. Compositionally, yours is better. Mine was just like
that. You know what that reminds me
I just
of?
want to have them all floating around.
That looks like that. Remember, like it got really popular on Tumblr where it was like, "What's in my purse or my backpack?"
Oh yeah.
Or like, "What art things do I have?" Like,
I had so many thoughts.
yeah.
I was like gonna arrange them really nicely.
I'm very
like,
complicated,
here, but I was like, there's just too much.
Yeah.
So I had to, you know, just there's a lot
Yeah.
about it. But yes.
That's amazing.
That's us.
Yeah.
Welcome to our channel. We hope to have some more content ready,
I'm very excited.
and we're gonna do. Not everything will be together. Sometimes we'll do individual videos.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll do double videos, and we'll see how it goes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
We hope you liked it.
We need a sign off someday. We'll
yeah.
come up with a sign off. Tell us in the comments how we should sign off. Bye.
Bye.